Hi, hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Shout out to the Salem Coven members who are seeing this first. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and if you haven't already connected with me over on Patreon, it's completely free to join and you'll still get some perks. I'll occasionally drop a YouTube video there early, or I'll make a previously only accessible to the Salem Coven members, accessible to everyone. If a video is ever taken down after I post it on YouTube, it will be available for free on Patreon, plus it's ad-free. However, if you are interested, you can join the Salem Coven members to get early access to all my content. They're usually at least a month or two ahead of YouTube. Extended versions, exclusive live streams, things that I can't put on YouTube or I have to blur for YouTube, like official music videos, requested live performances, interviews, documentaries, more weighing on what I do next, things like that. All of the information will be in the description below. We are continuing on our Frank Ocean journey and we're doing Channel Orange today. I loved Nostalgia Ultra. I believe this album came out on July 10th, 2012. I actually was on Tumblr during the time when he posted his letter before the album came out. So I vaguely remember the letter. I went back and reread it a few minutes ago just so I had that fresh of mind. I do know two songs on this album that I love. I've had on my playlist for a long time, which is Thinking About You and Super Rich Kids. So I am going to still listen to them, just because I feel like it deserves to be listened to in the context of the album. So we are going to do those. Also, really quickly, we'll talk about the album cover. There's obviously not like a ton to talk about. If I keep messing with my eye in this video, I'm sorry. I feel like there's something in my eye and I have desperately tried. I'm like this close to going and taking off my makeup because like I don't know what else it could be. It's driving me nuts, but I don't know, so just ignore me, sorry. There's not a ton to talk about with this album cover, but you know, the car was that same type of orange, and then we have channel orange. Also, orange was popped into the visuals too, the visuals of Nostalgia Ultra. The title, with the fact that it's the lowercase channel like Nostalgia was, and then the uppercase with the slim font, orange and ultra. I do find that really interesting. I'm wondering if it's in some way like connected or what. It's very minimal, you know? I mean, channel makes me think like you're channeling something, also TV channel, YouTube channel, you know, like a channel. The other thing I think is interesting is that both this one and Nostalgia Ultra did not include him in the visual. Arguably, this one is even less personal because you have a car in Nostalgia Ultra, so it gives insight a little bit. There's at least something that you could ponder, if you will. Whereas this, I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, it's just the title essentially with the orange background. So I'm interested to see why. Like, is there a reason for it? So anyways, it is 17 songs, 55 minutes. Let's start with the first track, which is Start. Wait, so it cut out? There's also no lyrics, so I'm assuming it's some sort of like instrumental or like how the cassettes played out, so maybe it's a similar thing. Twins? Oh, wait, now that the album cover is bigger, channel isn't just plain white. It's kind of... Oh, is that like static? Or is it water? Part of me thinks it's like the reflection of like the ocean, because you kind of see the blue but then the white. But then I could also make to me it looks more blue than black is the reason I say that. But it also kind of looks like TV static. I don't know, I feel like it looks more like the ocean. Okay, we're re-listening to this and I'm turning it way up. because look like twins. Okay, now I can finally hear it. Okay, I'm glad I got that situated. I was like, I hear her very little. So something like they look like twins, or he looks like a twin, something like that. And then it sounded like it was like a text notification. What was that noise? Electronic of some sort of electronic. I just don't recognize that noise. Oh. Okay, that sounds that's TV sound, right? It's definitely like a TV. And then is that like a console? And like a game? Is that one that has that intro, I don't even remember. I feel like it's that one that's like it's like a fight thing, or I think. Okay, we're moving on. It sounded like a guy talking, I'm assuming to someone else, and then it sounds like the TV and then a game. So maybe that it is channel like TV. Oh, and we move straight into Thinking About You. I didn't know it was that early in the track list. I try not to look at the track list before I start. So, okay, well, we're gonna listen to this beautiful song, and I'm gonna mute myself because I will absolutely be singing along.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy, they pour when I'm thinking about you. Oh, no, no, no. I've been thinking about you. You, no, no, no. I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh.
Thinking about this song being basically like kind of the first track aside from the intro type thing, I feel like that really says something. You know, it's like kind of like this is like your starting point. You know, I wonder if that's who he's meant to be talking to in that start track. Obviously, like understood the song, but I don't know. I just reading that letter again and then go straight into this. I'm like, oh yeah, like it just gives more context to the feeling. In his letter, he's like on that plane headed back and just wants this to be out before this album comes out because he doesn't want to have to like hide that. But then also mourning this relationship, expressing his love, and this person isn't in a position to return that. The sound of his voice, like, oh God, I'll never forget listening to the song the first time. I was like, oh my God. Oh, the way it opens with those like my favorite.
No, I don't like you, I just thought you were cool enough to kick it. Got a beach house I could sell you in Idaho. Since you think I don't love you, I just thought you were cute. That's why I kiss you. Got a fighter jet, I don't get to fly it, though I'm lying down thinking about you. Oh, no, 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 I've been thinking about you. You, no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you, or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been about forever? Ooh. Or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Yes, of course. I remember, how could I forget how you feel? You know you were my first time, a new feel. It won't ever get old, not in my soul, not in my spirit, keep it alive. We'll go down this road till it turns from color to black and white. Or do you not think so far ahead?
I just love that part. One of my favorite lines is, well, there's a couple, but it won't ever get old, not in my soul, not in my spirit, keep it alive. We'll go down this road till it turns from color to black and white. The fact that he's saying we'll go from color to black and white, and then you have like orange is the color, that is interesting. So maybe that's like the color he associates it with. It did say summer because he said they spent summers together. So maybe for him, orange represents like summertime. I could see that for sure. Like a sunset, sun itself, you know, like, I mean, more yellowy white, but you know what I mean. Maybe that's part of the significance. Almost like life is the color, and then the black and white feels like it's like the life has been.
'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Or do you not think so far?
Also, that one part, you know, where it goes across. Oh, I love that in the production.
Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh.
I love that thing. Okay, so next up is fertilizer. There's an interesting name, like planting seeds and fertilizing them, maybe. Also, what is the beginning?
Really, I think.
Oh, so that sounds like he is flipping a channel. Okay, so maybe there's like switching between the channels between each track. Sierra Leone is the next track. Ooh.
We're spending too much time alone. We're spending too much time alone. And I just ran out of Trojans. Horses gallop to her throne. We're behaving like teenagers. Yes, we're behaving like teenagers. Making less than minimum wage. Still inside our parents' home. No, I don't live in Denver. No, I don't live in Denver.
I don't know if things connect or not. I don't know enough about his artistry to know how like interconnected albums are or how much he like pulls from previous threads. So this may have nothing to do with it, but it does kind of make me think of he's setting the tone of like how old they are. Like we're behaving like teenagers. It sounds like they're not teenagers, but then it says also making less than minimum wage still inside our parents' homes. So I'm thinking like maybe like the early 20s, right? Like they're still making minimum wage. They're still living in their parents' house, but they're acting like teenagers. So it's like maybe we should be being more adult is kind of what that sounds like initially. No, I don't live in Denver.
I grew up in Sierra Leone. Her pink skies will keep me warm. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. Tidbits of intuition that I be getting. Abandoned mission. You must be hitting this shit feeling different. She feeling too good to me, glistening, shimmering underneath the sunlight. The sunlight in the new day will bring about the dawn.
What? And her pink skies will keep me warm. Tidbits of intuition that I be getting. Abandoned mission, abandoned mission. You must be kidding. The shit feeling different. Shit feeling too good to. Okay, I kind of thought we were talking about like almost like the wisdom of nature, like where like a place that speaks to him, but glistening, shimmering. I don't know. Well, I guess you could say like sweaty. So like maybe you're hot. Sorry, that just kind of threw me. I was like, is this like innuendo? But I guess, I mean, shit feeling good to me, glistening. Like maybe it's like, you know, it's like my skin is glistening, shimmering underneath the sunlight, sunlight. A new day will bring about the dawn. Okay, maybe not. Okay, just ignore me.
To me, glistening, shimmering underneath the sunlight, and the new day will bring about the dawn.
So like starting over.
And the new day will bring another crying babe into the world. Our daughter's reaching for your nipple 'cause it's time for her to be. Tonight I lay her in the cradle if it's time to go to sleep.
What? How did we get here? Does he have children? Or is this like a made up thing? Wasn't there some, I mean, I guess there was some of that on, I was debating that in Nostalgia Ultra. Did he actually get married, or is this like, you know, fictional type of thing? Or like hyperbolic maybe? There's no public information confirming that he has any children. Okay. So maybe this is fictional. You know, I don't really know anything about his life, but super rich kids, like I always got the impression that, I mean, I could be wrong, but it didn't feel like that was his story. So maybe some of this is fictional. Just thinking about how I've always felt about that song, I always felt like it was kind of like playing a character kind of thing. Like I just didn't know anything about his life to confirm or deny that, but I don't know, it just always kind of felt that way to me. So maybe some of these are just like stories, which would be kind of cool. So like a new day will bring about a dawn, a new day will bring another crying babe into the world. Interesting. Okay.
Go to sleep. Our single in a lullaby, she can have a pretty dream. Baby girl, if you knew what I know, knew what I know.
Very pretty. Interesting. Okay. That was different. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Especially like coming after thinking about you. I wonder if, okay, this, I mean, I guess I won't really know until we like start listening, but I wonder if it like flips back and forth. Cause I feel like thinking about you to me seems like pretty applicable to his life, right? Like given like what he said in the letter. So I wonder if it was like, it introed with something very personal. It was like he was playing a game, and there was like, maybe that was like a conversation with him and the guy at the beginning. Like maybe that was him saying something about the twin thing, like the other person. And they like sit down and they're like playing a game, and then thinking about you happens. And then the channel, the whole fertilizer thing. Oh, fertilizer. And then it was like a baby. Interesting. Okay. So maybe that one was like the channel that he stayed on. Maybe it's going to go back and forth, like a personal and then like the story piece of him, a piece of a character, a piece. Just a thought, maybe. Okay, next up is Sweet Life.
The best song wasn't the single, but you weren't either. Living in Ladera Heights, the Black Beverly Hills, domesticated paradise, palm trees and pools. The water's blue, swallow the pill, keeping it surreal. Whatever you like, whatever feels good, whatever takes your mountain high, keeping it surreal. Not sugar-free, my TV ain't HD, that's too real. Grapevine, mango, peaches, and lime. A sweet life, a sweet life, sweet life. Sweet life, sweet life. A sweet, 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 sweet life. A sweet life.
The sound, like it's not that I didn't expect that, obviously, like it's just so beautiful. So there's the TV reference, and it's interesting too because it's like he's switching channels, but is he talking about what he's seeing on the TV screen, or is he talking about actual Hollywood? Not just what they're portraying on the screen, but the actual people behind the screen. And then him thinking about him now being in California, maybe, where it's like those two worlds are colliding. Just a thought, where it's like, sorry, I want to fix this, where it's like, I don't know, maybe he's like taking on what he's seeing both on TV, but also how people are acting in LA. Just throwing out theories at this point. It sounds like he's talking about drugs again. Water's blue, swallow the pill. Keep it surreal. I don't want it to just be, it's not full fantasy, but it's mixed, right? Like that's surreal. Surreal is like a mix of reality and fantasy. I'm not trying to like totally escape, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more fantasy, which is interesting, not only because of like what he's talking about, but also in the context of the album. Maybe that's what the album itself is supposed to be doing. It's blending reality mixed with fantasy. But whatever you like, whatever feels good, whatever takes you mountain high, keep it surreal. But then the not sugar-free, my TV ain't HD, that's far too real. That is really interesting. I mean, it's interesting just from the fact of like pointing out TV and then channel orange. Yes, I want to see the TV, but not HD. I can't have it in full high definition because then it's too real. It blurs the line for me. And that kind of being a metaphor that's interesting. Okay. I could be way off, so I'm just kind of, throwing things out there.
Sweet life, sweet life, sweet pie. You've had a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. The sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. The sweet life. The best song wasn't a single, but you couldn't turn your radio down. Satellite need a receiver, can't seem to turn the signal fully off. Transmitting away, you're catching that breeze till you're dead in the grave, but you're keeping it so real. Whatever you like, whatever feels good, whatever takes your mountain high, and it's real. Not sugar-free, my TV ain't HD, that's too rare. Grapevines, mango, peaches, and lime. A sweet life, a sweet life, a sweet life, yeah.
Saying you, so it sounds like it's not meant to be him. I mean, unless he's like thinking about it in like a mirror situation. The best song wasn't the single, but you couldn't turn down the radio. I love that. Oh wait, no, I didn't go far enough back. Okay, you've had a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born, so you've had these privileges. The sunshine always kept you warm, so why see the world? Why leave your isolated bubble when things are so, peachy for you? for lack of a better term. When You Got the Beach, Don't Know Why to See the World, When You Got the Beach, The Sweet Life. The best song wasn't the single, but you couldn't turn your radio down. It's like, again, it kind of alludes to that, like, you won't go outside of this comfort. You won't go outside of what's handed to you in a way. It's like the radio gives it to you, but you're not going out and searching for the deeper cuts and thinking about that more metaphorically as well. Satellite need a receiver. Can't seem to turn the signal fully off. Transmitting, Apple Music, can you not move? Transmitting the waves. You're catching that breeze till you're dead in the grave. It's interesting because it's like, it's technology, radio, and you've got Channel Orange, it's the TV. It's like these places that you escape to in a way. Music you can escape to, TV, film you can escape to. Signal is like, I think about radio signal, I think about TV signal, satellite signal, yes, all of that. But then also it signals something. So like you become aware of something, which again, you can't seem to turn the signal fully off. So like what signal are they ignoring? Transmitting the waves, technology based, but then also the beach, the waves. You're catching that breeze till you're dead in the grave. Not wanting to disrupt your comfortability and the privileges that you have. That fantasy, but it's reality. It's like you're not even really living in the real world, it feels like. It is kind of the vibe it ends up giving. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly where I was, but I think it's around here.
Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life, yeah. Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life. Live and die in the life. You got a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. Yeah, the sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. And the water is exactly what I wanted. It's everything I thought it'd be. But this neighborhood is getting trippier every day. The neighborhood is going apeshit crazy.
Ooh.
Housekeeper since you were born. The sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. The sweet life.
Ooh. I like that. Ooh, I liked that. And the water is exactly what I wanted. So if we're talking about this life of privilege and you want it to be surreal and the waves and all of that, so like maybe in the beach, what he's perceiving is like this like ideal lifestyle where you're kind of like numb. I'm thinking like the Novocaine vibes, but this is like almost like the more, I hate to say positive because that's not really, it's not positive, but it's like even though numb inherently is supposed to be like not emotional, there are still sides of numb, right? There's numb like void, then there's kind of numb where it's like I'm not going to feel my feelings, I'm not going to like, I'm going to kind of like chase the highs, if you will, and just pretend like it doesn't exist, which is still numbing out these other feelings. Like both numb in a way, but they're kind of the two sides of it, if that makes sense. That's kind of how it feels to me. So it's almost like when I think of some of the numbing that he was talking about more in Nostalgic Ultra, it kind of feels more like that. And then in this, it still feels like it's kind of that numb, but it's like more of a like manufactured. So I'm wondering if that's what it was like. And the water's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the fresh start. He said he was on his in the letter, I'm on my way back to California. I mean, I realized that came after this, but I'm just kind of thinking about that like symbolically. of like starting fresh, starting new, and just like wanting to enjoy the fun and not what the heavy is kind of what that feels like, where it's like, oh, come in the water will be nice. Whereas like water represented something very different in Nostalgia Ultra. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just pulling this out myself, but that's kind of how it felt. It's everything I thought it'd be. I kind of knew it was going to be, it's like he knew going into it what he was trying to do. But the part that's kind of throwing me, but this neighborhood is getting trippier every day. Neighborhood is going ape shit crazy. I mean, part of me feels like that sounds, you know how people are. I mean, whether that be like racism based or older versus younger, any way you kind of cut it, where it's like, let's say it's in a wealthier area and a person who's, either racist, homophobic, classist, whatever it is, being like, oh, they're just letting anybody, that kind of vibe is, I wonder if that's how it's meant to be. But the only thing that throws me is he's saying it's everything I thought it'd be. But this neighborhood's getting trippier every day. Neighborhood is going apeshit crazy. So I don't think he would be the one to say that in this scenario. So that's why it kind of throws me. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are on that. I had to let the cats out. So the next track is Not Just Money. Interesting, coming after that last track.
Thinking of this as being money is just, stop thinking of this as being money. It's just money. I'm gonna make money. No. Please decondition yourself. It's not just money. It's happiness. It's the difference between being happy and sad. It's the difference between having a home and living on the streets. That's what it is. It's not just money. It's so much more than that. Right now, it's the difference between you being able to go to a prom and disappointing a girl. As I told you from the beginning, I don't have money. I have bills to pay. But that meant nothing to you. Absolutely nothing. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make myself hot link when I get home. It meant nothing to you. Save my $7.
Interesting. Okay. So like an answering machine type thing? Oh, and it goes into super rich kids. Oh, the difference between money and happiness. Interesting. So it's almost like if you think about the Sweet Life song too, I mean, we've talked about that a lot on this channel. Money and access to resources can do a lot. People hear the phrase money can't buy happiness, like it's easy to scoff at that because it's out of touch. It depends on how you're looking at it. Money can buy you out of survival, not being one bill away from bankruptcy, pay for a roof over your head, maybe even get to the point of like being able to put some money away for retirement or something. That does buy some sense of security, and therefore it buys some sort of happiness. It buys you safety and get you out of survival mode. And that is absolutely true. It's more about you can't get your fulfillment from money. You still need community. You still need friendship. You still need relationships in whatever capacity that is, right? Just like interaction and self-love and things that bring you joy, hobbies. It's like money cannot be the thing that fulfills you. That's what she was getting at a little bit with it's between disappointing, the prom thing and disappointing a girl versus like paying bills kind of thing. I think is kind of what she was getting at. But it is really interesting now thinking about that being what goes into super rich kids. So maybe it's also him struggling with the idea of being in California, in like an LA area where it's like, well, if I had that, I'd be happy. But would you? If you think money's going to fix things that are broken inside of you, that's not going to be the thing that fixes that, So maybe it's kind of that. If you're being surrounded by that kind of stuff and also then getting access to things also means getting access to more ways to like numb yourself, if you will, which is kind of what Sweet Life was talking about, like living in this little bubble of reality that's surreal. It's just interesting to think about that going into super rich kids. I am going to mute myself because I will probably be singing along, and again, no one needs to hear that.
Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Start my day up on the roof. There's nothing like this type of view. Point the clicker at the tube. I prefer expensive news. New cotton.
I never thought about it like that. So point the clicker. So that's like the, okay. What other song did he talk about that? I don't even remember which one it was now. That's like something I just like, I didn't have the context to know that the significance of that line.
New car, new girl, new ice, new glass, new watch, good times, babe. It's good times, yeah. She wash my back 3 times a day. This shower head feels so amazing. We'll both be high. The help don't stare. They just walk by. They must don't care. 1,000,001, 1,000,002. 100 more will never do. Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. A real love. I'm searching for a real love. Oh, real love.
Again, I'm searching for a real love. I love the sound of this song. Okay, like that's always been my thing is I just love the sound of it. All the little back deals and like the people like hollering in the background and the production of this, I love. But it's also interesting now having the context again within the album. I'm searching for that real love. In a way, it's exploring this like what can money buy you and what can't money buy you. You're not getting paid attention to by your parents. You know, their help is there, but they're paid to be there, but they're also in a power imbalance. So like it's not like they can stop you, but do they care? But then, you know, it's like from this like kid's perspective, essentially, it's like, well, they just don't care. And it's like, well, yeah, but you're not acknowledging the power imbalance there. Like, what are they supposed to say or do? They risk their jobs. Like, to me, it says a lot without saying it out loud, right? And then on the other side of it, it's like, it's got these really sad lines where you empathize. But then on the other side, it's like, yeah, but also look at your problems. 1,000,000 more will never do because it's never enough because you're chasing, it's empty. There's not fulfillment there. But then ironically, you're looking for love. But again, there's always 2 sides to it because on one side, it's like, if you grew up in this way and your parents aren't there, how are you building that as a kid when you don't have things around you, you know, and everything's like handed to you? I've always just thought it was a very interesting song, but now having the context of the like the little interlude type break before, it does change it. And obviously this song ends very tragically. I don't know. It's like it hasn't changed anything for me on how I view this song, but it's more just like adds more weight to it maybe.
Oh, real love.
Alright. Close your eyes to what you can't imagine. We are the Zanny Nash and Caddy smashing, Bratty assy, Maddie snatched his daddy's jag and used the shit for batting practice. Adam and Annie thrashing, purchasing crappy grams with half the hand of cash you handed. Panic and patch me up, Pappy done latchkeyed us, toying with raggy hands and Mammy done had enough. Brash as fuck, breaching all these aqueducts. Don't believe us, treat us like we can't erupt. Yeah.
I love that whole verse, but one of my favorites is that brash as fuck breaching all these aqueducts. I love that line. so much. I love the way it opens though. Close your eyes for what you can't imagine. The more and more I think about it in the context of this album, I think I've always thought of it more in the way of, if you don't live this life, it's hard to picture these types of problems. I don't know that I've really thought about it in the sense of like, it also applies vice versa, where it's like, but you who is so privileged aren't able to imagine. It works both ways. You're living in this privileged bubble to where you're not really understanding, but on the flip side of that, that money, that privilege, like I'm not saying that like, oh, woe is them, right? But it's kind of how I think about celebrities. There's a lot that comes with that I think it's hard to understand celebrity until you live it, because it's like being under a microscope like that. It's a little bit different when you're just wealthy, because it's not quite the same public level of scrutiny, I would say. I mean, for the average wealthy versus like a celebrity, you know what I mean? But the point is that I don't know that I've ever really thought about that line that could kind of go both ways. We are the Zanny gnashing, caddy smashing. These are our types of problems, but like, look how we're numbing. That money can also buy access to harder things a lot of times, you know? Bratty ass, he's mad, he snatched his daddy's Jag, where it's like, you know, it's like, you're being a brat. Like, to the average person, it's like, grow up. But then you think about the context of the song, it's like, you're left alone all the time. Your parents aren't around. There's just the staff, and you're just navigating this as a kid. Because again, we're assuming that these people are super rich kids. Like, I'm not thinking of this like, you know, a 30-year-old. Not an excuse. I'm just saying like, it's a little less black and white. It's a little bit more complex than I think sometimes we want to make it. Use the shit for batting, adamant, and he's thrashing. It's like, it's that lashing out, looking for attention, you know, because you're being left, which also gets alluded to with the Pappy done latchkeyed us. You know, it's like latchkey kids. Also, like, latchkey kids are not just like a wealthy thing. If you have like a single mom who's going to school, like I had that. You're getting access because no one's home. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of thought, and I don't know why I thought this, but it's Pappy done latchkeyed us toying. So like, the reason why the dad latchkeyed him and he wasn't home, I always took that as that was a line because he was like stuck at the office or something kind of thing, versus the next line was about like, now that I am saying this does not fit. I don't know why. That's clearly about the dad. Sorry, I'm having a revelation here, because you'll see the trope a lot in like books or movies or whatever, where it's high society thinking about the way they're perceived, and their kid starts dating someone who they perceive to be like below their social class type of situation. I don't know why I always thought it was talking about the kid. But it's the dad. That's why the dad latchkeyed. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move on from that, okay? Okay. Anyways, breaching all these aqueducts, which is such an interesting way, because then it's don't believe us, treat us like we can't erupt. We can't be upset about something just because we have these privileges. And again, are they privileges? Yes. But you can also acknowledge human emotion. The type of life and the type of environment they're growing up in is shaping them. We are a reflection of where we grew up. And it takes actual effort and work for anybody to understand the perspective of someone else. You know what I mean? And not everyone does that work to acknowledge your privileges, acknowledge where you have privileges, but yet you can still have trauma. You know, privileges do not exclude you from having the human experience and having traumas. I still can't believe I thought that about that line. Okay, we're moving on.
Don't believe us, treat us like we can't erupt. Yeah.
We end our day up on the roof. I say I'll jump, I never do. But when I'm drunk, I act a fool. Talking about, do they sew wings until it suits? I'm on that ledge. She grabs my arm, she slaps my head. It's good times, yeah. Sleeve rips up, I slip and fall. The market's down like 60 stories, and some don't end the way they should. My silver spoon is fed me good. A million this wine we can't pronounce.
The thing I love about this song is for a long time, I thought there was 3 people in this song. I didn't think there was just the one verse. I thought it was 3 people. So I thought Frank was singing the high part, someone else was singing this part, and then Earl Sweatshirt was that one verse. And I don't want to tell y'all how long it was until I realized that it was 2 people and not 3. So there's that. I love the way it goes full circle. I mean, yes, do we have to take responsibility and accountability for our actions? Yes, but again, it's highlighting the different ways people grow up. These kids are having access to all of these things that could get them in trouble. No one's there to supervise. No one's there to parent them. Too many bowls of that green, no lucky charms. That money can't save you in the end. You know, like it's not just like a lucky charm that gets you out of everything, because like things like this can happen to anybody. You're like on the side of a roof, just like how it ends. Like at the end, no matter how much money, you can't take it with you when you go, is kind of how I've always kind of taken that line. Parents ain't around here. Too many joyrides and daddy's jaguars. Too many white lies and white lines, where it's like, this is the environment you're growing up. Of course, there's going to be things that happen. You're not being parented. You're not being supervised. You're not being corrected, because there's not accountability taken for your actions. Because what often happens in those situations is the parents pay to get the mess cleaned up and get mad at the kid as if they were not directly responsible. I'm not saying they're 100% responsible for everything the kid does, but I just feel like you see that a lot. You're embarrassing me, I'm gonna clean this up, but you're not addressing the fact that this is the environment you're allowing to like happen. You do have to still parent your kids, you know? And when these things are so replaceable, so things almost feel surreal until they don't. New car, new girl, new ice, new glass, new watch, good times. Everything's new, everything's replaceable. Nothing feels real. So then I think a lot of times that leads to that feeling of like invincibility. And then you end up where you end up with falling. The falling literally from a building, but also like figuratively falling, whether it be that it's an accident, whether it be intentional, or if it's more metaphorically like falling from grace. Let's say the market does crash and you're left without those resources. What then? Yeah, like there's so many different ways I feel like you can look at that.
Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. Super rich kids with nothing but fake friends. Real love, ain't that something rare? I'm searching for real love. Real love, yeah. Real love. I'm searching for real love. Talking about real love.
Before we listen to the transition there, the super rich kids with nothing but loose ends. I love that line. Fragmented pieces, these like frayed edges. It's that imagining you can have all the money in the world, but you're still searching for real love. Love from parents, love from a community, love from your friends. You're surrounded by fake friends. And are people there for you or not? Again, it's such an interesting song to me.
The fantastic product.
I should have known it was TVs because of that. I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to that song. What do you mean? Panel clicking at the end. How did I not? What do you mean? Sometimes, I mean, I guess I just never really thought about it. It's like, of course it was TV channel. Like, how did I not think about that going into this album when I had literally heard that song so many times? You know, sometimes your brain just, it just does that. Okay, we're moving on. The next track is Pilot, I don't know because Apple Music hates me, Pilot Jones. Pilot, planes, tornado flew around. Okay, interesting.
We once had things in common. Now the only thing we share is the refrigerator.
Ice cold, baby. I told you I'm ice cold.
Ice cold.
You out here flying high. Go ahead, fly that thing. High, high, but fly alone. You always smoking in the house. What if my mother comes over? You can't get up and get a job, 'cause this little hustle's getting you by. You're the dealer and the stoner with the sweetest kind of what I was on. I had a pilot Jones. What you know about him? She took me high. Oh, did she now? Then she took me home. We talking about Pilot Jones, Pilot Jones. Tonight she came stumbling across my lawn again. Just don't know why. I keep on trying to keep a grown woman sober.
The production, I gotta go back a little bit because my brain is just like the sound of this.
With the sweetest kind of what I was on.
God.
I had a pilot Jones. What you know about him? She took me high. Oh, did she now? Then she took me home. We talking about Pilot Jones, Pilot Jones. Tonight she came stumbling across my lawn again. Just don't know why. I keep on trying to keep a grown woman sober. See there, you go reaching up your blouse. And no, I don't want no child, but I ain't been touching a while. By the dealer and the stoner.
I'm very confused at what's going on. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, like, I get it. Maybe it'll make more sense. Like, I get it in the sense of, like, I love the beginning. We once had things in common. Now the only thing we share is the refrigerator. So it's like we're together, but we're not connected anymore. Ice cold, baby. I told you I'm ice cold. Also extending from the refrigerator into the freezer. It's freezing because there's no longer warmth between us, kind of thing. You out here flying high. So you're a pilot, almost likening her to a pilot because she's not only steering the relationship, it sounds like he's trying to make it work, but you always smoke in the house. What if my mother comes over? You know, it's like, but instead of being like, I need you to stop doing this, like communicating that, it's just pointing it out like the way it is. So it's almost like she's steering in a negative direction within the relationship, but also because she's high. So she's basically piloting her life this way because she's both dealing and smoking it. But fly alone. Like, I'm not trying to engage in that, is what that makes it sound like. You can't get up and get a job because this little hustling's getting you by. And what's interesting about that is, like, is it that she's actually, because then it says you're the dealer and the stoner. Is she actually dealing and being a stoner? Or is it like you're the dealer because she's almost got his heart like trapped, if you will, because of, I forgot to plug my phone in, so it's about to die. But is it that she's actually dealing drugs, or is the one who's kind of running it, piloting it, his heart, his emotions? She's like playing with his emotions to where he's supporting her. So is it that she's really selling or dealing, or is it more that she's not working because he is? You know, like, I don't know. With the sweetest kiss I've ever known, interesting with the sweet and all the sweets earlier, I knew what I was on. So it's like his drug is her. She took me high. Oh, did she now? She took me home. We talking about Pilot Jones, Pilot Jones. Tonight she came stumbling across my lawn again. I just don't know why I keep trying to keep a grown woman sober. See, there you go, reaching up your blouse. When he starts actually questioning, why are you coming back around here? Maybe we shouldn't be together. Leaning into like the seducing is what that makes it sound like. What is interesting is that, and no, I don't want a child. I don't know if you're aware, but those two things don't have to be mutually exclusive. I don't know if he's trying to insinuate there that, like, he's worried that she might be trying to, like, trap him, But again, you do have control over that. Okay. But I ain't been touched in a while by the dealer and the stoner. The sound, though?
The sweetest kiss I've ever known. I knew what I was on. I had a pilot Joan. What you know about that? She took me high. Oh, did she now?
This is beautiful.
Pilot Jones in the sky above. I saw the sky I've never seen before. Yeah. Thought I was above, yeah. Above the sin. So many ways. But if I got a condo on a cloud, then I guess you can stay at my place. Ooh, I'ma get one. I need ya. Admit it, you're my pilot Jones.
Such cool production. God, the production is just so good. In the sky above the birds, I saw the sky like I've never been before. Basically, even though he knows they're not good for each other, like I was saying earlier, he still has these feelings for her, so like, that's why he like can't give her up. I saw the sky like I've never seen before. Whatever she does bring him, even though it's not necessarily good for him, it takes him to places, and then he's like almost like reminded why. Does continue to engage with her. Because it sounds like you stumbled across my lawn. Makes it seem like he did break it off, like he ended it. And yet she comes stumbling back, and it seems like she's high. And he's like, why do I keep doing this? You know? But then he gets his high, which was the whole blouse, I haven't been touched in a while. And now that he's in his high, like maybe like post that, in the sky above the birds, I saw the sky like I've never seen before, thought I was above you. Maybe thought I was like past you, like I had moved on from you in so many ways. So maybe he's also alluding to, maybe he thought he was past putting himself into situations where the person isn't the right fit for him. Again, I might be just like pulling too much, but I'm just kind of talking out loud here. But if I got a condo on a cloud, then I guess you can stay at my place. So it's almost like, I guess if I can stay at this high with her and I get a condo up here, so I live in this and I don't try to go away, maybe that'll be enough. Please, as always, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, because I feel like I might be like really off. Okay, next up is Crack Rock.
How little you matter until you're all alone in the middle of Arkansas with a little rock left in that glass stick. You used to date a blonde. You used to hit it raw, cause she was and you are madly involved, hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You hit them stones and broke your home. Crack, rock, crack, rock. Crack, rock, crack, rock. Hitting stones in glass holes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You're hitting stones and broke your home. Ooh, ooh. Crack, rock, crack, rock.
Oh my gosh.
Crack, rock, crack, rock.
I don't know if we're storytelling again or if it's a metaphor, but it's like kind of specific because you don't know how little you matter until you're all alone in the middle of Arkansas with a little rock left in that glass dick. What? I would think it was like a nickname for someone. What's the one that you call Dick? Isn't it Robert? It like doesn't make sense, but it's not capitalized. And even if it's a nickname, it would be capitalized. So, what? Used to date a blonde, used to hit it raw because she was and you are madly involved. Hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. So I mean, we're talking about like an addict, I assume? Hitting stones in glass homes, it's like throwing rocks at glass houses. Play on that. So I don't know, maybe this is like alluding to like a pregnancy scare. Wait, or, well, I can't tell if that's this guy and this girl, y'all are madly in love relationship between addicts, which, I mean, coming off the last track is kind of interesting, or if that's meant to be like, I'm getting clips flashbacks, you know, like, is that supposed to be like, I mean, blonde is like light, is that too much? Oops, is that too much of a stretch? I don't know. It's just the way you say like, hit it raw. Cause well, I mean, you did say she, but I don't know. Then again, you think about the selling Lady Gaga. I guess my thing is like, I think it's actually alluding to a relationship between addicts, but I can't totally rule out that maybe he's alluding to there was multiple drugs involved in this addict's struggles. I don't know. But there was that one part, where is this? You hit them stones and broke your home. So it's like your addiction led to the breaking down of your home, whether that be parents or if that meant this person actually had like a relationship or kids or whatever that looks like. I do really love the play on hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes. You hit them stones and broke your home. Love all of that.
Crack, rock, crack, rock. You're shucking and jiving, stealing and robbing to get.
There is kind of a vintagey, like a dated sound to this a little bit. And then you say you're shucking and jiving. So that makes me feel like we've gone back in the past, maybe?
Fixing that you're itching for. Your family stopped inviting you to things. Won't let you hold the infant. You used to get a little from time to time. But the freaks ain't trying to sleep with crackhead. Hitting stones in glass homes. You're smoking stones in abandoned homes.
So maybe you're hitting stones in glass homes because it's so fragile. I mean, obviously, I think I kind of already said that, but it's just like, I don't think I said it in that way earlier.
You hit them stones and you broke your homes. Crack, rock, crack, rock, crack, rock. Cricket cap, that cap. How much dope can you push to me? Cricket cap, that cap. No good for community. Fucking pick your shots. 300 men will search for me. My brother get pops. And don't know I'd hear the sound. Don't know I'd hear the rounds. Ooh, sound. Don't know I'd hear the shouts. Ooh, shouts.
Well, this is taking a turn.
Don't know I'd hear the sound. Don't know I disturb the peaceful riots. Don't know I disrupt Nirvana. Don't know and wanna blow the high. Crack rock. Ooh. Crack rock. Ooh. Crack rock. How you feeling, girl? Ooh. How's
how's the gutter doing? Jeez. You're shucking and jiving, stealing and robbing. So it's like the things that you getting into. I don't know what shucking is. Like the jiving, like jive, like the jive, right? But what's shuck? Is that like a dance move? Okay, yes, I know that it's a culinary term. Thank you. For shellfish and corn. Yeah, I know that. I meant like, oh, it is actually, it's slang for joking and active evasively in the presence of an authoritative figure. Oh, I don't know that I've heard it said. I've always heard jive, shucking. I guess now that I say it, that does sound vaguely familiar. Okay, that doesn't matter. We're moving to the next part here. Because this addiction has led you here, this is what you're having to do to get your fixes. Your family stopped inviting you to things, won't let you hold their infant. Used to get a little cut up from time to time. I don't really know what that means, but the freaks ain't trying to sleep with you, cracky. Now you've gone so far down this path that even the freaks don't want to engage in that with you. I don't know. Hitting the stones. Okay, blah, blah. This is the part too. So is he saying crooked cop, dead cop? How much dope can you push to me? Oh, so it's saying like law enforcement is in on it, pushing it. Okay. No good for the community. Got it. Get shot, 300 men will search for me. If an officer is the one who gets shot, there would be 300 people looking for him. But if it was his brother who got no one would hear that sound. Like, because no one would care or actively like, okay, I'm with you. They don't want to hear a sound. No one to disturb the peace for riot. Ooh, no one disturb Nirvana. That is a wild song. That's powerful. It didn't really hit me that last verse until I like really read it. Wow, that's really good. I mean, not good. You know what I mean though. Wow. God, the range of this topic. I mean, it makes sense. You're like flipping through these channels, different stories that still, that he's like taking in on the television. It is a really cool idea to like be able to create art around like so many different things, but the concept being like the flipping through the channels is really, really interesting. Okay, this next one is, my Lord, this is almost a 10-minute song. Okay, called Pyramids. I'm low-key a little afraid. Ooh, cool.
Set the cheetahs on the loose. There's a thief out on the move. Underneath our legion's view. They have taken Cleopatra. Run, Cleopatra, come back for my glory. Bring her back to me.
Oh, I get a song about Cleopatra? Oh, that's so cool. The sound?
Cleopatra, run, Cleopatra, the crown of our pharaoh, the throne of our patrons, Cleopatra. Shining like diamonds in a rocky world. Rocky world. Our skin like bronze and our hair like cashmere. As we march to the rhythm on the palace floor. Chandeliers inside the pyramids tremble from the force. Symbols crash inside the pyramids. Voices fill up the house. Set the cheetahs on the loose.
I love that line.
There's a thief Cleopatra, Cleopatra, but you love Africa. Jewel, what good is a jewel that ain't still precious? How could you run off on me? How could you run off on us? You feel like God inside that gold. I found you laying down with Samson and his full head of hair. I found my black queen, Cleopatra. Bad dreams, Cleopatra. And the cheetahs to the tomb. Silver, our queen has met a doom. No more she lives, no more serpents in the room. No more, he has killed Cleopatra. Cleopatra.
This is wild. What? What an interesting, what? This is just so interesting. The reason I didn't say anything about the first few lyrics is like, I'm just so curious to see where this goes. Talking about Cleopatra, serpents in her room. Like, I found my black queen, Cleopatra, which is also interesting. Bad dreams, Cleopatra. Remove her. Send the cheetahs to the tombs. Our war is over. Sorry, I had to go get my computer charger and I got a snack.
Bad dreams, Cleopatra. And the cheetahs to the tomb. Silver, our queen has met a doom. No more she lives, no more. He has killed Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Big sun coming strong through the motel blinds. Wake up to your girl. For now, let's call her Cleopatra. Cleopatra. I'll watch you fix your hair, then put your panties on in the mirror. Cleopatra. Then your lipstick. Cleopatra. Then your 6-inch heels catch her. She's headed to the pyramid. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight.
The sound, the production, is just so good. I cannot wait to listen to this with my like more immersive headphones. It's like his version of Cleopatra, but the production. Oh, wrong button.
Pimping in my convo, bubbles in my champagne, let it be some jazz playing. Top floor motel suite, twisting my cigars, floor model TV with the VCR. Got rubies in my damn chain. Whip ain't got no gas tank, but it still got wood grain. Got your girl working for me. Hit the strip and my bills pay. That keep my bills paid. Hit the strip and my bills pay. Keep a nigga bills paid. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Yeah, yeah. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah, yeah. Working at the pyramid. Oh, I working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah. Working at the pyramid. Ooh, ooh. Working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. You showed up after work, I'm bathing your body, touch you in places only I know. You're wet and you're warm, just like our bath water. Can we make love before you go? The way you say my name makes me feel like I'm that nigga, but I'm still unemployed. You say it's big, but you take it. Right, kind of girl. But your love ain't free no more, baby. But your love ain't free no more. She's working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. That's right. Working at the pyramid tonight. Yeah, working at the pyramid. Ooh, working at the pyramid tonight. Working at the pyramid. Working at the pyramid tonight.
Ooh, just the production on this one. The only thing I really wanted to comment on was the floor model TV with the VCR. So it's so interesting to see the way the different versions of the TV shows up in certain tracks. That is really interesting. That like last little bit of the transition really threw me. Okay, so next up is Lost.
Double D, big full breast on my baby. Triple weight, wouldn't weigh the love I got for the girl. And I just wanna know why you ain't been going to work. Boss ain't working you like this. He can't take care of you like this. Now you're lost, lost in the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost, lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train, lost. Got on my buttercream silk shirt and it's Versace.
I kept letting it play after I knew that one part because I was like, the beginning didn't really sound familiar. And this doesn't feel familiar. So I think this may be a TikTok sound thing. What sounds familiar is he can't take care of you like this. Now you're lost. Up till like the Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost sounds vaguely familiar. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train, lost. But now that you got my buttercream, that doesn't sound familiar at all. So given that, I'm gonna assume it's a TikTok sound thing because the rest of it doesn't sound familiar, but I'll let you know if at any point it does.
Hand me my triple A so I could wait to work. I got on you, girl. No, I don't really wish. I don't wish the titties were sure.
So I'm hesitant to say this because I feel like this hasn't been the case for the other tracks, but is this supposed to be connected to the last track? The only reason because it said the boss ain't worked you like this, he can't take care of you like this. And then it said, no, I don't wish the titties would show. Because she was a dancer in the last one. But he was unemployed. So maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Just ignore me. Also, I love the too weird to live and too rare to die. Love that.
No, I don't really wish. I don't wish the titties were sure. No, have I ever let you get caught? Lost in the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train, lost. She's at the stove. Can't believe I got her out here cooking dough. I promise she'll be whipping meals up for a family of her own someday. Nothing wrong with the lie. Nothing wrong with another short plane ride through the sky. You and I are lost.
So is he saying like lost in the sky like because they're also getting high, or is he saying like because like the Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, or is he saying like she's smuggling, like she's cooking it and smuggling it, which maybe is why the first line was the big full triple weight couldn't weigh the love. Maybe.
In the heat of it all. Girl, you know you're lost in the thrill of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train, lost.
the substance. Any other channel. On the
White featuring John Mayer. I didn't know that was a collab on here. So the so does that mean, I don't know if that's just like meant to be ambiguous, or is it lost love because he thinks he loves her, but she's realizing he doesn't love her? Because like if that's really what she wants and he's not letting her pursue that kind of thing, like, he's lost her love, what he thought was their love? Or is it alluding to, because earlier it says you've never been caught, I've never let you get caught before. Is it supposed to mean that like what he's lost is his love because she did get caught? Or is it just saying she left? I'm confused. Maybe it's meant to be open and ambiguous. Let me know your thoughts. Also, this doesn't have lyrics. I thought the other instrumentals, it stayed on this side, but this is in the middle. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna play it. Ooh. Okay, so this is an instrumental. Okay, makes sense. Like that. Interesting little interlude. Okay, and next up is monks.
Mosh pits and beer chests, stage diving, skydiver, spray the crowd with cold water. Now it's mosh pits and wet tits. I think I need a cold shower, cool water. African girl speaks an English accent, likes to fuck boys in bands, likes to watch westerns and ride me without the hands. Show me her passport, she's on her own tour, but you're beautiful to me. Ooh, wave 'em high, girl, to the sky, but you're beautiful to me. We're in the clouds, wave 'em high, girl, to the sky, but you're beautiful to me. Oh, life in the clouds, keep 'em high, y'all, in the sky. Monks in the mosh pit, stage diving, Dalai Lama, feet covered in cut flowers. They mosh for enlightenment, clean chakra, good karma. Oh, one with the water. Indian girl sleeps above the temple, planning to run away, young at heart. You found a boyfriend and now you wanna get away, get away. Just a virgin, love wanna get away, get away. And that sunset, they're gonna try and get away, get away.
You know, I know this is becoming a common phrase here, but definitely didn't expect monks to be this. So I guess this is just kind of talking about like him on tour, connecting with different women essentially. But it is just so interesting to see him play around with like, I don't know, I guess I kind of expected there to be more, because it was like channel orange, it was like a color. I kind of expected more color imagery, but it's really sky imagery. The sky and flying is so embedded, like even more than I would say the TV stuff, arguably, at least in the lyrics, which is super interesting. Different like highs, sky, like clouds, that whole thing is so interesting.
Hey, Mudra. I never asked for much, but please keep up, love. We've got no choices left. The run is fast. Run, run, run. mean so much to me. In my world, we made it safely. Even with your father's army trailing us, we escaped him. Even with his archers, bows at our backs. What a great escape. But there's a long way still, in fact. We're lost in a jungle underneath these clouds. There's a monsoon that never ends. A coke white tiger woke us from our slumber to guide and protect us to the end.
A white tiger, you say? I'm just thinking about Nostalgia Ultra, that white tiger imagery. So are there more connections than I think there are? I'm getting the impression that this is gonna be an album. I mean, don't get me wrong, I never expect to like fully grasp an album on my initial reaction, obviously. But I just mean like, I don't know, sometimes I do feel like there are albums that click quicker than others, and you're always gonna need to go back to really start to kind of grasp. But I'm getting the impression that this one especially, I think I'm gonna have to go back because I knew Thinking About You, I don't know. And I already knew I didn't know exactly what to expect because I couldn't figure out how Super Rich Friends on the same album, like it didn't, you know? I think part of me kind of thought that maybe either his experience in Hollywood or maybe it had to do with like different people he interacted with, trying to heal from that. Like, I don't know. So I think that's kind of what I had going into this. And so this is just like, there's no amount of theorizing that could have got me to what this album actually is. And so I think I definitely think I need more time with it because I'm like, what? Seeing that white tiger thing, I was like, is there connections that I'm not seeing yet? Interesting. Okay, or keep going.
The clouds, wave them high now to the sky. But you're beautiful to me. Oh. Keep them high, y'all. Show you right. But you're beautiful to me. Oh. Right. Beautiful.
That was crazy. The production on this whole album is like, for me personally, like it's just so good. Like it's so earwormy, and his vocals sound amazing. I think I'm just not fully like. Again, I just think I need to spend more time with this album. Okay, next up is Bad Religion. Tell me why. I was like, I literally say the words Bad Religion, and then the Oregon starts, and I'm like, this sounds religious. It sounds very like cathedral church chapel. Bad religion. What do you mean? My brain just like did not compute that for like longer than I'd like to admit. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna love this though, just because of how it started.
Taxi driver, be my shrink for the hour. Leave the meter running. It's rush hour, so take the streets if you wanna. Just outrun the demons, could you? He said, Allahu Akbar. I told him don't curse me. Oh boy, you need prayer. I guess it couldn't hurt me. If it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. This unrequited love, to me it's nothing but a one-man cult.
Oh, I needed this. I needed this. It's not that I disliked the last few tracks. Like the character, I'm assuming fictional stories is some of it. Like I need more time. This, yes, yes. In fact, start that over. This is stunning.
Taxi driver, be my shrink for the hour.
Oof.
Leave the meter running. It's rush hour, so take the streets if you wanna. Just outrun the demons, could you? He said, Allahu Akbar. I told him don't curse me. Boy, you need prayer. I guess it couldn't hurt me. If it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. The unrequited love.
Oh, I have chills.
To me, it's nothing but a one-man cult. In cyanide and my styrofoam cup. I can never make them love me, never make them love me. Taxi driver, I swear I've got 3 lives balanced on my head like stick knives. I can't tell you the truth about my disguise. I can't trust no one. And you say Allahu Akbar. I told him don't curse me. But boy, you need prayer. I guess they couldn't hurt me. If it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. Unrequited love. To me, it's nothing but a one-man cult. In cyanide in my styrofoam cup. I can never make them love me. Never make them love me. No. No. It's a bad religion.
Run that back. I need that again.
Never make them love me. No. It's a bad religion. To be in love with someone who could never love you. Only bad religion. Could have me feeling the way I do.
Ooh. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love that one. Oh my God. That is like genuinely stunning. What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, like, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't even have to break this down. Like, just outrun the demons, could you? Oh my, that's beautiful. I'm sorry, that's beautiful. I love the don't curse me. Bobo, you need prayer. Ooh. Jeez. That was so good. The vocals on that is insane. Next up is Pink Matter. Oh, and it's featuring Andre 3000. Oh, cool.
And the peaches and the mangoes that you could sell for me.
Weren't peaches and mangoes in that one track? I feel like I love how it's just like connections, blah, blah. And then now we have multiple. What do you mean? What was it? Sweet Life? No. I think it was after that. Or was it Sweet Life? No, it may have been Sweet Life, right? Okay, I'll look later.
What do you think my brain is made for? Is it just a container for the mind? This great gray matter.
Also, didn't I just say that I expected there to be more colors? And then you've got, oh my God, okay, sorry. But also, I love that. What do you think my brain is made for? It's just a container for the mind. This great gray matter. Oh, Run that back.
What do you think my brain is made for? Is it just a container for the mind? This great gray matter.
Fighting.
Sensei replied, what is your woman? Is she just a container for the child?
Ooh.
That soft pink matter. Cotton candy. Majin Buu. Oh, oh, oh. Close my eyes and fall into you. My God, she's giving me pleasure. Oh, no, no. What if the sky and the stars are for show, and the aliens are watching live from the purple matter? Sensei went quiet, then violent, and we sparred until we both grew tired. Nothing mattered. Cotton candy, Majin Buu. Oh, 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 oh. Dim the lights and fall into you. My God.
This is stunning. And the fighting that's kind of happening, like, is that supposed to be like fighting with himself, his brain? Or is it supposed to be like the whole sensei thing, like he's training? Like, but I really disliked, I mean, like, I get what he's saying with like, is it just a container for the mind? And he's like, well, what is your woman? Just like, I mean, I get where he's coming from, because he's like, obviously it's bigger than that, is what I think he's saying. I hope he's saying, but I don't even like it being said. So that like threw me. Sorry for making a face, but I was just like, don't like that. You're boiling your mind down to that, and it's so much bigger than that, in the same way that that statement would be. That's how I think he means it, and I hope he means it, but it still just like threw me. But the vocal?
Dim the lights and fall into you. My God, giving me pleasure. Pleasure over matter.
Since you been gone, I've been having withdrawals. You was such a habit to call. I ain't myself at all, had to tell myself no. She better with some fella with a regular job. I didn't want to get her involved. By then, Mr. Benjamin was sitting in awe. Hops into my car, drove far. Falls too close, and I remember my memories no sharp. Butter knife, water life, anyway. I'm building y'all a clock stop. What am I, Hemingway? She had the kind of body that would probably intimidate any of them that were unsouthern. Not me, cousin. If models are made for modeling, thick girls are made for cuddling. Switch worlds and we can huddle then. Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man. We flee to other lands.
God, I'm still muted. Jesus. When I tell you, I am struggling. I was really shaky, and I was hungry. I like stopped. I was muted. I went through this whole spiel. We're doing great. Okay. As I was saying, editing me here for a little bit of a podcast moment. As I'm editing this, I'm realizing that in my attempt to make sure that I didn't forget anything that I had just went on this spiel about, I didn't really explain what had happened well here. So just for a little bit of context, this video had been a little bit, okay, a lot of bit of a rough time. First of all, we had so many interruptions. There was a postal delivery, Instacart trying to contact me because I had not been to the grocery store and I realized I was not going to have time to do so. So I did that. They were trying to contact me. My phone's what I'm filming on. The cats had interrupted multiple times. I thought one of the cats was hurt. Turns out he's just a little serial killer. Rest in peace, that little mole. It was a time. I'd been filming for so long. I'd had a little snack a few songs back, but by this point, we're well past that. I go down this whole thing of breaking down that verse, and then I'm like, 2 seconds, I'm gonna go get this shake to hold me over till I'm done with this video. Do that really quick, come back. I start saying, I'm back, here we go, about to start the deal. And I look down and my mic is off. And I was like, I distinctly remember not turning my mic off because I was worried about forgetting to turn it back on. So I was like, wait. So I stop the recording. I have to go look at the footage. I go to the end and realize that my whole breakdown of talking about that verse, I was muted. So by that point, I was like, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. And that's what you see here. So, apologies for that. Anyways, back to the video. Summarize. Since you've been gone, I've been having withdrawals. You were such a habit to call. Such an interesting, this whole metaphor working through of like the highs and addicted to as like a metaphor for the relationship, at least in some of the tracks. It's been really interesting to see those throughout. I myself I loved his cadence. Like, oh, I loved it. I ain't myself at all. I had to tell myself, nah, she's better with some fellow with a regular job. I didn't want her to get involved. By dinner, Mr. Benjamin was sitting in awe, hopped into my car, drove far, far too close. And I remembered my memories, no sharp. Butter knife, what a life anyway. I love that. Like, my mind isn't sharp because it's a butter knife. And then that connecting back to, the beginning of the great gray matter. And I love that. Also, I love how I literally said before these, I think it was the last track, or maybe it was right before this one, about the like color thing, about how I expected more colors and it's been more of the like sky and all that stuff. And then we get gray matter and pink matter and purple matter. And like, what do you mean? Ooh, I'm building y'all a clock. Stop. What am I, Hemingway? I loved that. I loved that. Also the any of them that were unsouthern, not me, cousin, stop. Switch worlds and we can huddle then. Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man, we'd flee to other lands. That is interesting too. It makes me kind of wonder if general or if it connects back to Monk. Like we flee to other lands. Just a thought.
Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man. We flee to other lands.
Love that. Blue.
Frankly, when that ocean's so motherfucking good, make her squat the motherfucking wood, make her walk the motherfucking plank, make her rob a motherfucking bank with no mask on and a rush to revolve.
Okay, that took a turn. I really love the "for heaven's sakes go to hell, knock 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 on wood." Okay, I'm assuming that's like euphemism, like going to heaven. What? Right? But I loved the, well, frankly, when that ocean, stop. That's really funny, actually. It's like really funny. Um, also, uh, make her swap, walk the plank, okay, to the ocean, but make her rob a bank with no mask on and I don't even know how is that a actually don't answer that. Don't even answer that. Don't even I was about to be like, how is that a euphemism? If this is so either I'm wrong or I just don't get it. And I was about to be like, explain and I'm like, probably better you don't do that in the comments. Probably better you don't. This common theme though, throughout some of this of like making, like pyramid of like making her pay the bills and then the what was the other one? Oh, the lost. I didn't expect that being a theme of like these things that people are like men are making the women do. What? Okay. But the sound? The sound is something else. Next up is Forrest Gump. Wait.
I wanna see pom-poms from the stands.
I don't know why I didn't recognize that that was a Frank Ocean song. We're doing great. And of course, it would be on this album since I know 2 other songs from this album. I just don't think I mean, like, now that I say that, of course, it's Frank Ocean. Okay. Well, I definitely know this song. Like, I have heard this song, so sorry, didn't realize that.
Come on, come on.
Haven't heard it in a long time, though.
My fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you run my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy. Forrest Gump, I know you're Forrest. I know you wouldn't hurt a beetle.
Love the
You're
sound.
so buff and so strong. I'm nervous, Forrest. Forrest Gump, my fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you run my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy.
I don't think I've ever looked at the lyrics. Like, aside from those little parts that I know, like, I don't think I've ever really, like I don't know. I'm just here.
Forrest Gump, I saw your game, Forrest. I was screaming, run 44, but you kept running past the end zone.
I have never I mean, I haven't heard the song a lot. And I've heard mostly the parts that I like am singing with it. It's because it's on TikTok. Are we seeing a recurring theme here? I've only listened to it all the way through a few times. I don't think I've ever noticed that there's like the football game thing happening. How did I not notice these things?
Where'd you go, Forrest? Forrest Gump, my fingertips and my lips, they burn from the cigarettes. Forrest Gump, you
Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been having a really hard time with sleep.
run my mind, boy. Running on my mind, boy. Forrest Gump, forest green, forest blues. I'm remembering you. This is
Maybe I haven't heard the song all the way through because none of this seems familiar. Maybe I have only heard this on TikTok. Forest green, forest blue. Stop. God, the way I literally was like the colors. proceeds to have multiple tracks with colors. And the I'm remembering you. Does that kind of that kind of connects to some other stuff too. I gotta re-listen to this album.
I'm remembering you. This is love. I know it's true. I won't forget you. It's for you forever. It's It's for you forrest gump.
I like this. Ooh, and that came back around too, like the Oregon deal. Love that. I I I feel like I haven't heard that song all the way through. I take back what I said because I was so confused. Oh, and this last track is called End. So start and end. Cool. Like that.
Looks like all we've got is each other. The truth is obsolete. Remember when all I had was my mother? She didn't compromise. She could recognize our daughters and our sons are just candles in the sun. Let them see the vibe.
What?
She's got the whole wide world in her.
Juicy fruit.
There's something.
Can't believe I'm even talking to Tim about this right now.
Wait, he's got the whole wide world, where was I? He wrapped the whole wide world in a wedding band, then put the whole wide world in her hands. Am I jumping to, like, am I making too big of an assumption here? Does he mean the guy? Like the guy, because he said he went back, his girlfriend was upstairs when he was like confessing to him. And then, like, in the end, he ends up marrying her. Is that what he's insinuating? Oh, and the way this feels like it's like he's drowning almost. It's like echoing and like.
I wish you could see what I see.
Now he's getting in a car, like a cab again, maybe? Oh my God, wait, is he getting in a car to go? No, because he said he was riding. I was thinking he said he packed up, he went in the car to LA, but he was on a plane in the letter. Okay, never mind. So is he like home maybe? TV. What? I don't even, what do you mean? So So is that supposed to be like, so he said he went to his house and like told him in his letter. Could that have been telling him they were in the car together and he basically like tells him that he's gonna marry her and then he like drives away and goes home? Like I know he got on a plane and he said all this stuff, but you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's a stretch. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna make this fast because if I don't, I think I'm just gonna sit here and spiral and like start theorizing. So I'm gonna leave it at this. When it comes to like the sound and the production, automatically obsessed. Love, 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 love. And when it comes to his vocals, sound, incredible. And I want to say, like, I'm not saying I dislike this. I don't. I do like, especially, I mean, there are some songs I love. I think this is an album that I need more time with. It's that I'm trying to get it. I think I might be trying to like make it make more sense than it's necessarily supposed to. I think it might be that it is supposed to be like the flipping through channels. Like some of them are fictional stories. Some of them aren't. Some of them I think are things that he may be watching this like show that's this fictional story, but he sees pieces of himself in it. He sees things that he's relating to or things he's seen and witnessed. I think that that's the point. If I'm wrong about that, obviously let me know. But that's kind of what I'm getting, is he's finding these things that are connecting with him while also still trying to process his own heartbreak, you know? I think that's what I'm getting. However, I think I was just kind of thrown off because I was like trying to understand what was happening. By making that assumption, I'm assuming there aren't as many connections between the songs, and therefore I wasn't as deeply looking for them, so I missed things. Or I was making too many connections and trying to connect certain things, and that was a disservice. And I don't think I'm going to be able to know until I listen to it another couple times. I think I grasped Nostalgia Ultra a little bit better than this, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I love an album that I have to sit with. That's fun for me. So that's not a criticism at all. It's just, I'm like, wait. I guess what I'm getting at is I'm very interested to see your comments because I feel like I'm like really off on some things. I just get that feeling. So I'm really interested to know if you guys like, how off am I? Anything you feel like you want to tell me, I am here to listen to, because I'm like, did I kind of get this? Like, did I not? So please, as always, let me know your thoughts. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? What did I miss? Heavy emphasis there. And I will see you in the next one.